3 richest pirates of all time. 3. Thomas II, $111 million. 2 was nicknamed the Rhode Island Pirate. He was one of the first pirates to sail the Pirate Round. It was a route from the North Atlantic to Madagascar. The Pirate Round became popular among privateers. In 1692, II secured a 70-ton ship with 8 guns and a crew of 46. As a privateer, he was backed by officials in Bermuda. They thought he'd use the ship to defend French holdings in the Gambia. But once they sailed, II informed his crew of his plan. Instead of sailing for West Africa, he wanted to be a pirate. His crew supported his decision. In 1693, II plundered a massive ship from India. A garrison of 300 Indian soldiers surrendered. II and his men looted 100,000 pounds in gold and silver. There was also a fortune in ivory, spices, jewels, and silk. II personally kept 8,000 pounds of gold. In 1695, II joined up with other large pirate ships. They set out to attack a 25-ship convoy from the Mughal Empire. The pirate forces managed to capture one of the ships, but II was killed in a battle. 2. Francis Drake, $123.6 million. Sir Francis Drake was a respected figure in England. He served as a sea captain, navigator, and politician. Drake was a privateer, licensed by the Crown. To the Spanish, however, Drake was a nightmare. His first major foray into piracy came in 1572. Drake and his men captured the town of Nombre de Dios, Panama. The town had just received a shipment of gold and silver. All of it was stolen by Drake and his men. For almost a year, Drake kept attacking Spanish ships in the region. In 1573, Drake attacked a mule train. He seized about 20 tons of silver and gold. That was too much for his men to transport. They opted to bury the treasure, inspiring countless legends. Drake was not a typical pirate. He retired with a vast fortune rather than risk his life. Drake was knighted by Queen Elizabeth I in 1581. He served as second in command of the English fleet. It devastated the Spanish Armada in 1588. Drake went on to serve as the mayor of Plymouth. He died in 1596 of dysentery at age 55. 1. Samuel Bellamy, $129 million. Black Sam was the richest pirate of all time. In the early 1700s, he was just a struggling sailor. Sam had humble plans at the outset. He tried looting shipwrecks for treasure, but most of them had already been plundered. So in 1716, Sam joined forces with a friend, Palgrave Williams. Bellamy was rechristened Black Sam. He led his crew in raiding more than 50 ships. They operated in the Caribbean and the Atlantic. In early 1717, Black Sam's crew captured the British ship Whydah. They seized over 20,000 pounds of sterling and a fortune in gold. Sam made the Whydah his flagship. He drowned 2 months later aboard the prized vessel. But it wasn't a navy that defeated Black Sam. The Whydah was sunk by a violent storm. Bellamy was only 28 when he died. He had only been pirating a little more than a year, but in that time, he'd become the richest pirate who ever lived.